every convention is really important as far as just trying to make the connections. And I think what I found, the people in this biochar industry are very compassionate people who have a lot of good pioneering ideas to come up with a way that we can help the environment.
I'm from Minneapolis and from Minnesota, and just great to see Minnesota and Minneapolis highlighted in the center stage for the development of biochar. It really helps to build our industry and build the acceptance and use of biochar in the area. So it's great to, I'm glad to show off. For me, it's about the networking and building those markets and uses, etc. And that's one of the big things I'm looking at right now is making those connections. Who has the best practices on how to use biochar, the different types of biochar, etc. Who's doing what and where, that whole thing, because all biochar is not the same. And we have to find the right biochar, right place, and this is a place to do that.
Hey, Joel.
Oh, hey. You know, I've been working on this American National Standard for Biochar for over a year now, and this was our opportunity to present it to this very large audience, get feedback, get everybody's impressions about what they think of our work so far. It's really all about getting them to understand it and hopefully embrace it. And if not, what do we need to go back to the drawing board for? For us geeks, right, that are totally standards driven in laboratories, we can't operate without them. For production, you can't enter agreements without them. You know, and so if buyers and sellers can't trust data, if they can't understand what product they even have, then it's really an inhibitor to commerce. Having solid standards is what allows people to know their product, sell their product, and just conduct commerce. We hope that in the end we've created a new product that's going to be useful to the industry, and people are going to embrace it and say, wow, now I can actually understand what I've got. There's lower discrepancies between laboratories, and it's just confidence in your data. That's what I'm hoping that everybody will gain from it. Just confidence in their markets and the ability to trust the data. When I get behind my booth, it's about lab testing, right? Because, I mean, that's why we're here. We're a third-party testing laboratory. We test biochar, and there's a whole bunch of biochar folks here. So we're hoping to make a lot of relationships and have people come and visit us at our lab and you know, start doing business with us.
As a result today, I've learned how important it is to have end-use standards for biochar, and I mean, not all biochar is created equal, and so how we can put those end-use standards to fit every biochar.
Biochar is a niche, and then within the biochar world, there's many other niches, so I'm here to see where I fit. This is my first biochar conference. And I'm also here to learn what's happening. I mean, in the accreditation space, I have to be an expert in the different methodologies that exist. And so there's something like 6 different registries. Each registry has their own methodologies. Each methodology has its own revision. They're getting updated. You know, some have been updated, some haven't been updated. And so I need to know all of these things. And then on the monitoring, reporting, and verification side, there are so many different providers that it's almost hard to keep track of who's there. So by coming to the conference, I could find out really what's going on, like by being face-to-face with people, by listening, by really slowing things down to the pace of speech, really.
How did you catch the biochar bug?
If you want to leave a legacy, what would it be?
I guess, what do you see as the limitations for the market right now? How can we open it up, remove barriers, or implement greater use of biochar in a safe and effective manner?
How confident are you in laboratories? You know, and if you're remotely saying, I don't know if I can trust it, I would say, what can I do to correct that?
What does the biochar economy look like in 10 years?